So I took a 3-little-week break. The biggest break I've took since I started this channel, actually. Ever since the cabin trip from the last video, I took a nice step back to regain my senses for creativity. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I see YouTube for the long term, so it's very important to pace yourself. When you're constantly on the go, your creative senses can get stale. I believe it's healthy to take some time off. I feel like you come back stronger, refreshed with a new set of eyes. A nice change of scenery is always good. I've been spending more time up north in the White Mountains lately. Something about it brings a sense of clarity and peace. Nature definitely has its charm. Plus, winter will be here before we know it, so I've been trying to soak in as much sun as possible. So today's vlog is going to be a bit vulnerable. I just want to hang out with you and share what's been on my mind lately. And I'm going to be answering some questions I got from Instagram. So got a lot to unpack on today's episode. So let's go. So if you clicked on the video due to the title, maybe you can relate to me as a fellow creator. As of lately, every time I go to make or have made something, it just feels like it's not good enough. I don't know what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to fish for comments here. I'm truly grateful for the audience I do have here on YouTube. You guys always tell me how much you guys appreciate the vlogs, how much it inspires you, or you're just grateful to have me to hang out with you, and that's awesome. But my inner internal voice is so mean. It's just like, it just feels like I'm not worthy of making videos. I'll think of an idea and my brain will tell me, oh, that's not good enough. Or who would want to watch this? Your content's boring. It's one of my biggest insecurities as a creator. It leaves me stuck, unable to create at times. I wanted to make this video just to have fun, let loose, and just break out of this way of thinking. But man, that inner internal voice can be so mean at times. They say you are your own worst critic, and I believe that to be true. If you're a creator, and if you're struggling with this too, let me know down in the comments and kind of let's talk about it and how you deal with it. I don't know. This is gonna be ice cold. Man. You know, I put a lot of pressure on myself as a creator at times. I feel like every video I make has to be the most cinematic yet entertaining piece of work. What I keep trying to tell myself is some people just like to kick back, relax, and watch a video where it feels like you're just hanging out with them. It doesn't always need to be fancy. As us creatives, we always want to take the extra step for our audience. It shows that we care. Sometimes, making it as simple as it can be is just as pleasing. There's a great quote from Quentin Tarantino and it goes, "Don't write what you think people want to read. Find your voice and write about what's in your heart." Making content that comes purely from the heart and soul is something I absolutely love. Seeing it in your mind and then taking the action to make whatever that endeavor is to come alive is truly something magical. It's you, it's original, and it speaks from authenticity. No one else can be you, and that's what makes creativity so special. All right, let's head back to the studio and answer some of you guys' questions. It's getting dark, way too early. So summer is slowly coming to an end. It's been kind of cooling off over here on the East Coast. If you know me at all, you know how much I love the hot weather. The cold just makes me so depressed and grumpy. With that being said, I've been trying to get as much sunlight as possible, so I've been running a lot. I actually just hit 200 miles today. I started using Strava towards like the end of May, early June, and I just hit, can you guys see that? 204 miles. Yeah, I slowly started falling in love with running. It's just a good way to keep my mind straight, disciplined, and overall just come up with creative ideas. It's like the only time I have for being alone. So a nice 45-minute run gives me 5 miles. I've been trying to do 20 miles a week, so it's a lot. I'm not saying I'm the best runner or the all-time greatest. I just use it to cleanse my mind. But all right, enough of that. Let's answer some questions. If you're not following me on Strava, follow me. I'll leave my stuff down below. But I got questions to answer. Thank you so much for giving me a question on Instagram. So let's start right away. West Beach 20 says, are you a storyteller or an artist? That is a great question. I'm gonna say both because I love creating things, which makes me an artist. And through that, I love telling stories with it. So you have video, you got storytelling, it just dovetails very nicely. The next question is from D Medina. Great dude. Is there anything you dream to capture on camera, like a specific moment? The first thing that comes to mind is Japan. I would love to go in the springtime, get all the cherry blossoms blossoming up. And the overall just style of Japan is really cool. I want to go for my 30th birthday, which is in 2 years. Harmenra26 asks, which style do you like better, Casey or Life of Rizza? Both great 2 YouTubers. I grabbed inspiration from both. There's a lot of creators on YouTube that have just a bunch of great styles, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers more from Patty from other creators, which is a great thing on YouTube. It's like a snowball. I don't think I like any other style more. It's just how they express their stories is a cool way. Casey's usually fast with a lot of B-roll cuts and edits, while Life of Rizza's is pretty slow pace but cinematic. And both get their stories and points across. So I like them both. I don't want to make the Q&A too long. I just want to keep it at a nice little pace so you guys don't get bored. See, this is where my mind starts to think my content's boring. I gotta get out of this. Next question is from Miss Joyce Vega. Do you have a favorite point and shoot camera? This is a great question. Story time. So back in like February or January, I picked up this camera from my buddy. He gave it to me for like 20 bucks, and this is a Minolta Maximum 7000. This is a film camera. Takes 35mm photos. And I absolutely fell in love with this thing. You just put it in your camera bag, snap a photo, and it has that nostalgic feeling, which I absolutely love. And most of this video was filmed on this little guy, adding that nostalgic feeling. This is a DVD 650 made by Sony, and I got a little fisheye. Has like a little skate vibe, or like an old Beastie Boys vibe to it. I love it. Been using this a lot in my videos, if you are a constant viewer. But this little beast, I do want to make more videos on this, and I have a little secret. I'm gonna tease the next video. I actually used a lot of shots using this lens. I'll talk about it in another video, but I got a lot to share. But I'll keep it as that. I don't want to give too much away. If you guys like the Q&As, let me know. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll get to them or answer them in another video if you guys really love these Q&As. Other than that, I'm going to sign off here. This is Ricky, and I'm out of here. Peace out.